so much.
My dad, my grandpa, my grandma, my aunt, my uncle, and my other uncle were all educators. So naturally, as a teenager, I was like, there's no way I am going to become an educator out of all of this. And I did not pursue that in undergrad. I went straight into geology. I love geology. And then I went into grad school and I studied rock friction. Talk about making a difference in the world, studying rock friction, right? I was at Columbia, as Carmen said, and part of the nice thing about that was that Columbia was rolling out the next generation science standards. There were people there that were working on it, and I had nothing to do with it. I was in the background working on a computer, and I was listening to somebody that was doing climate work there, and they had said, there's no one from our institutions going into public education, and if we're ever going to make a difference about our changing climate, we need people from here going in. And it made me think, that's right. What could I do in the world with rock friction? Nothing. So I did decide at that point, and I did think back to my dad's work. My dad, great guy, but his work was in something I know nothing about, and I still can't do, which is wood shop. And he taught wood shop in a place called Navajo, New Mexico. You've probably never heard of it. It is a town of about, when the time he was there, about 70% poverty. There's only three places you could work: the sawmill, the grocery store, or the post office. Most students there, college wasn't an answer for them. They wanted something to do or nothing to do. And my dad had thrown into the web, had to figure out something. And his idea was, let's do projects to give them something to do, something interesting. Let's make sheds that you can put in your backyards and put stuff in. But these students saw the sheds as places for their grandparents to live. They built them in his woodshop class, and they said, my grandma would love to live here. And all of the students in the school suddenly found it like, our grandparents would love to live in this. There was meaning to the work that they did in his class. And it was something that I thought of when I was looking at what I was finishing in grad school, when I wanted to go into education. Even though I was doing physics, and I immediately came to Grant as soon as I finished, how can I find meaning in our students' works? When we talk about reaching all students, we have creatives and intellectuals and the builders in our schools. How can we reach all of them? And so I really thank Twin Rivers for letting me have the ability to play in my physics class, where it's not all physics in college. People like Carmen that are doing great things, and she's going to be someone that institutes change in her community. But how can we reach those students that want to go into construction too? And those students that come back that say, thank you for making us solve triangles. I use it on the construction site every day. Those are just as rewarding to hear, because they're the people in our community also making the difference, and they're proud of where they came from. So thank you, Twin Rivers, and I hope all of you teachers here, congratulations to all of you. I hope all of you are looking for meaningful work with your students, and I know you're all doing it every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Rocky. Michelle?